In this short video, I'm gonna explain how we and where we get those numbers for traffic channels we listed here. Because this is very crucial to understand. While we launching something, we understand numbers, not just some hypothesis or some type of forecast or whatever. Fortunately, we have me personally about 7 years of promoting my personal businesses on search engine, in ads, on exhibitions, selling to person, from B2B and B2C and so on. We tested a lot of channels and get numbers and conversions. We tested a lot of sales techniques and marketing techniques to get those numbers that you will able to see right now. And we actually, at the bottom line, listed only those. It was pretty much stable and scalable enough to use long term and regularly. One of the most important thing about traffic, and this is more attached to launches we do in constantly. For example, every month in the Russian market, every 3 months, for example, in English market, and every 3 months in other markets. We working with the so-called JV partnership, joint venture. How it works? We came in to a partner that have our targeted audience, perfectly targeted audience, with people who based oriented or running businesses or about to run business, start business, or already have a big company or middle company size, wherever, and saying, hey, you have those businesses in your list, email list. We're talking about email subscribers. This is one thing to understand. We're using here, as we call it, old school of type of marketing with email marketing engagement into our sales funnel. And one thing we care about and important for us to understand economics and our numbers is how much we pay for one subscriber. And in a few moments I will explain how we get those numbers for $1 for subscriber and end up in $20 for customer acquisition cost and somewhere around $300 in lifetime value when we're talking about even first sale. And going back to JVs, for example, for Russian market, how it works. We came, for example, to informational marketing businesses, training centers, consultants, companies, and so on, event organizer who has email bases with business audience. And we say, hey, you can earn up to 45% of what we sell, and it's basically somewhere around like $150 per sale if you just send 1 or 2 emails into your email base. More than that, with our emails, your people will get a really good training, video training on how to boost sales using messengers and bot platforms and so on. So basically, we deliver to his base, to their base, really valuable piece of content that end up converting these people into our customer. So his base will win. He will win because he will get commissions, because from 1,000 subscribers he will give us, we will convert from 3 to 7% into sales with average check of $300 and $350. This is not forecast, this is business, and we will sell in this way seminars and training on the same topic. With Wepster, we are able to promote, to offer even much better solution, much sexier, because this is automation, this is platform, and this is something that at this all hype of revolution of messengers that goes on TechCrunch, media, and Facebook news, etc., etc., etc. This is giving us even more ability to promote much better, faster, and more efficient. And while we provide and deliver good product, people will stay with us, and it will make happy our joint venture partner. It will make happy his clients, and it will make happy us because we will have amount of clients joining Wepster. We have volume that we calculate in numbers that, for example, in 30 million emails in Russian market, total summary of email bases collected. So we have, for example, GBs like that, about 100 even to 1,000. On English market, we already have a list of more than 1,000 joint ventures who might have 100 emails up to 100 1,000 emails in their bases, and these bases are work with an open rate somewhere near like up to 25% in open rates, sometimes 15, someone less. It varies. But bottom line is that every 2-3 months we can relaunch our product into their bases, because their bases are growing through their blog, through their social media, etc. They're getting fresh traffic. For them, this is opportunity to actually grow their lifetime value with our product and make their clients even happier, because we deliver a really good platform to use. This is win-win-win opportunity. The only thing that not good about it might be is that we actually end up paying 45% out of our sales, which sometimes would be $145. Good stuff about it, that they drive into us cold, not cold, but hot audience, where they transfer their credibility to us, to our service, and this convert much better. But we not spending money, our own money, on requiring a customer, cold customer. We getting hot traffic. And main thing, we know our lifetime value. We know that it will be much more than $100 or $300. We know that it's going to be somewhere near $500 or $600. We all, of course, in the financial plan decrease this number to make it much realistic, so less people will have objections about it. But we already was selling the same stuff, and we know how it works. Minus is that we're paying really high customer acquisition cost. Pluses is that we don't spend any money on traffic. One more plus, this is cold audience we can work with on long term, launching to their fresh traffic every 2 months or every 3 months, depend on email basis, etc. The same sort of stuff working on English market as well. And last launch, for example, did somewhere around like up to this date probably $500,000 just out of JVs plus Facebook advertisements. And we know that this is a really effective way to actually launch a viral launch process. When we have sales funnel, like I explained in previous videos, this system works perfectly. And we know our numbers that from out of 1,000 subscribers here, we convert from 3 to 7, even sometimes 10%, depend on how hot this traffic is. And this is good for everyone. Next thing, we're working with partners on other joint venture partners in other niches where we have who has business-oriented audience, targeted audience. We of course discover what kind of audience they have, and we build customized landing pages to boost conversions, etc. We work with our partners to make their sales higher and to make their traffic they give us really happy. So it will be a win-win-win. And with this strategy, we just low risk on traffic and high price on customer acquisition cost, but it is long term. And this partnership is strategic, and everyone will profit this in the long run, because they will be constantly delivering to us hot paying customers that will stay with us, etc. And plus, one of the most interesting things for consulting agencies, marketing agencies, and people like that they will have with us about 10% lifetime commissions that we will pay them out of these checks that people will pay after the launch. Why are we doing that? Because we know that there are influences to their audiences, and they will help us with their credibility to actually grow retention rates, because they will be promoting, they will be interested in this 10% running to their accounts from sales people will make with Wepster, and they will make them stay more. This type of partnership already working, tested. It's not something that based on some type of imagination or wherever. People just psychologically interested into getting more lifetime value and on long-term basis. And when they hear from us that we given not just 45 sales out of first sale, but 10% out of all other sales that people make, this is called lifetime affiliate commissions. This is something really create good strategic partnership with us. When we're working with marketing, PR agencies, consulting agencies, and other businesses, we using the same sort of stuff to make them mail for us. For example, in iHackathon, I talked to one of the owners of magnetic one, and I just have a conversation with him like how he see partnership if we deliver value to his clients, and he would just need to make one email to all his clients with this offer, which would be not offered to buy something, would be offered to actually learn how to make business more profitable or wherever. And we deliver just free stuff that really good, great content that helps businesses, etc. But after that, people will just make their choice to work with Wepster or not. And his answer was just simple: if you will prove me that this will be valuable for my audience, I would love to mail to them and make money together. That was his answer. And what I might say about services like usually these services are quite conservative about mailing anything from outside to their base, because this is a base they was building for a while, and they don't want to lose their trust. So we just not selling something, hey, directly, hey, buy my shit or something like that, and burning their email base. We actually deliver value to their base, so they get more even good feedback from their base. Plus, they have money out of what we provide to their clients. This is win-win-win. This is how it works, and this is why we're confident that this thing is best one for viral launching, as we explained in our strategy. Other things, we back our launches and put actually automation to traffic question is numerous ad platforms where we can set up rotating campaigns that drives traffic. And one thing, we're not focusing on what was the cost of a click or what was the cost of views, or we're not focusing on CPM or cost per action. We're focusing how much it costs for us to get one email. So on our landing pages, offers made really smart, and for each segment inside Facebook, we have customizable landing page that converts well, and we just need to be lower than $1. That on this market is good thing to do. Even if we will go up to $2 and $3, we will be profitable anyway, because we know our lifetime value. We can just boost speed of getting new email base, building email base by growing up speed. We growing up pricing, because we will need to beat competitors on bidding system, for example, inside Facebook, etc. And conversion rate like that. In our financial plan, Vlad explained how we convert these numbers, and on average speed of harvesting this market, etc. So we will be somewhere now around $1 per subscriber and ending up in $20 per customer acquisition cost, and lifetime value somewhere near 150, 350 and more. We have targeted audience monthly that on this different type of channels. Mechanism and technique to work with them is the same, but for example, in Outbrain, our propeller heads, it has its specifics from finding ways to and setting up campaigns that will have a low rate of jump traffic, as we call it, because sometimes bots just clicking through these systems, and we're aware about it. We work with that. We know how this thing works, and have experience to work with that. So we taking these numbers by just experience of what does our partners, we in previous, etc. Other thing is to do is AdWords. In AdWords, what we does, we basically not going to try and to require customer from a non-aware audience, because there is no searches in Google like, hey, where I get platform for building a bot that market and automate sales. People not aware that such things even exist. But what happening is that companies that engage raise, for example, $50 million, they're not really sensitive to throwing money into ads, direct ads like that. They promote PR or whatever it does. They get in some traffic, and people start asking questions in Google like what number keyword would be like competitor plus, for example, testimonials, etc. And this is keywords we were to target to our ads that will say, hey, here is a sales automation on Messenger, much better, and we will just be with our offer and claims. And with this strategy, it's usually gets somewhere around like $3 per email and 5% into sales conversion with our sales funnel. And of course, not low, but anyway, $60 even per customer acquisition cost. If we have lifetime value on around $300, it's good enough. And we growing out there. Each traffic channel scalable, but if we will raise speed, we will raise a cost per these numbers. To go next, we just using speed to grow our email base on the levels that not overcome our numbers, because having these numbers and being profitable much more interesting than just to have, for example, $200 per client and $300 per lifetime value. We can do that if you need invasion on market, and we will have enough money for that. We can actually do that and grow much even faster, knowing just our economics. That's it. With people like CPA networks, traffic arbitrage, I have a lot of friends doing that, and they're doing that for numerous niches, and they know how to actually make traffic on these numbers. We're paying them just for cost per action, and our action is email. When they give us email subscriber who engage with us and we approve this traffic. Improve, it means we pay only after we see that this traffic converts. We pay only after we see that this is not a bot traffic, not some system that just confirms emails or wherever, like through different type of XRammers or other software. So we are aware about all tricks that out there, and we know how to work with these platforms as well. So we know numbers, and having somewhere around like 100K clicks per month out of CPA networks would be a good thing to have, and to pay, for example, 10K in email subscribers, knowing that we convert 5% into sales with these numbers. Pretty much good channel as well to work with. Then we have arbitrage traffic partners. It means the same like CPA networks, and with arbitrage traffic we can work with just paying them for email subscriber, or make them affiliates of ours, and they will be working as affiliates on long-term run. It depends on a person, because these people sometimes difficult to talk with because they have their vision and they're specific of how they communicate with partners, wherever. They can just be paid for email subscriber, it's good for us, or they can be our affiliates and have, for example, 45% out of commissions and 10% out of all other retention payments that we will have from clients. It's good for them, vice versa, and for us as well. We just need traffic that we know that we can work well. That's it. Along the way, we are aware about content marketing strategies that build trust, that build engagement, and this is not free tool as might people think of. Live streaming, blogging, etc., and it costs us money to create a content, to produce a content. We will need video production guys, copywriters, and people who translate it into different languages, cross posting platforms like Hootsuite or many others that will just spread the word to social media. Live streaming takes time, etc. And yes, it's going to be cheap. It's going to be slow from the first moment when we start, and it's going to be just growing in long-term run, because search engine optimization is something like a long-term strategy. We just working on that to have amount of traffic growing up from search engines from month to month. For example, first month we can raise our search engine traffic, for example, up to, for example, 5,000 clicks. Then we can raise it to 100, and then we can end up in a few years by having, for example, 3 million people hitting our blog, website, YouTube channels, etc. in long after that, because we will be build so much content that people will be using on a regular basis that we will have this amount of traffic as just usual ones. Plus, virality is something that work with the content, and we have this content strategies tested, and also they convert well because they build trust, they build authority, they build expertise. The same like inside our sales funnels. Main thing about it is that all these traffic channels will be closing and have call to actions to actually enter our sales funnel with a free offer, with no just offers, just sell, buy my shit or something like that. People will be always going through our sales funnels. This is how we get these conversions, and this is how we get our lifetime value and this amount of customer acquisition cost. It has its value, volume, and it has its specific how it works, and it has its benefits and minuses. But anyway, this is also a thing to work in parallel, and department who will work on that is would be under me, and I know how to control it well. So I will be always in clear vision where we're going and how it's growing and how to fix it. Live events is one more thing to viral launches, because this is something that helps us to get credibility, social proof, and to spread our word live. People see that we engage in people live. They will see this thousands of people in the room. They will see the social proof that this topic is really hot right now, and they need to get engaged as well, and so on. Talking about free events, we have different types and formats that we already tested. For example, free live event usually cost us $2. This is price per attendee. We put marketing, advertisement, etc., and we spend money on venue, place where we actually held this event, and usually it costs in Russian space in Russian countries, Russian speaking, we call it Ukraine, Russia, Kazakhstan, Minsk. This is for most interesting to work with with live events. And we pay for venue, for advertisement, and for event organizing itself on places, because we have partners, event organizers, who will do this work for us. And the usual number for one attendee is $2. But good stuff about live events that they convert really well. My conversion rate on stage usually end up from 6, 7 to 12%. What it means, out of stage, I end up event usually with call to action, like if you really want to make difference and change your businesses to something better, we have a special offer for you. And Wepster is one of them. Inside the room, in end of the room, you are able to actually use our special offer right now and pre-order our product, and actually make first deposit right now, and in 48 hours you will be able to actually get access to our platform. And we have this technology works well, and we held trainings and seminars like that around the globe, on Cyprus, in Thailand, in Australia, in Russia, Ukraine, and so on. This is pretty much tested technology. Our sales presentations deliver a lot of content value, educational one for our audience, and also more important that it's end up with a higher conversion rate. It's somewhere around like $28 per customer acquisition, and lifetime value even higher than this, because we sell in the room, and we can sell even higher checks than usually online. And to say one thing more about it is all these traffic channels is just multiplies. This is why we have Gantt diagrams that explains how we're gonna actually help, how we're gonna launch a tour of live events around, for example, Russian market. The same stuff we will do then in Australia, UK, Europe. It will be just like a show business rock stars that just held in events in places and gathering audiences, and sell through this channel is one of the channels, not the only. We can't stick to one channel, because all these channels just multiplies. When they multiplies, we have so much buzz, so much ability to share more content, share more good stuff, goodwill, etc., that people will be just engaged in our buzz, and our machine of sales will work even faster and faster. And we will deliver so much good stuff that people will be educated. They will be implementing this information in their businesses, and this makes them having first instant results. And this first instant result leads them to incredible trust with us. So they will end up buying from us in the first run, in instant, for 7% of audience, and in the long run, each month there is a chunk of 7% people from out of audience we build there will be becoming our clients as well. Next format is 2 days paid event seminars. It means during 2 days we just held training on how businesses can make their conversion rates better, sales better, grow their business, launch new ones, and so on. And this is paid events. What means paid event? We send in traffic to our landing pages that sell tickets to these events on average $19 or $29 per event for 2 days. And this is good check to just cover our marketing costs, venue costs, and traveling costs. So we end up with email subscriber by 0. And what is good part, during 2 days, conversion rates into sales even higher. And usually our customer acquisition cost drops to minus. It means we just get a little bit of profit during this event. I understand completely that how marketing could be profitable. It's made sound ridiculous, but this is what it does. This is technology that just works and delivers value to people and makes us even higher check in the long term, because during 2 days people so engaged that they are more keen and more ready to actually commit to buy Wepster platform with us. Then we work with a 1-day live conference. It's one of the tools as well that just creates more buzz, more credibility, engage people and different speakers that has a value and credibility as well. And they works also as a traffic channels. And this is a joint venture opportunity as well, where we just gather together and works with numbers somewhere near $2 per email subscriber, event $2 per event attendee, somewhere near 7% conversion rate. Also, sales funnels will be backed before conference as well, and people will be aware about us even before conference. Plus, we will deliver more, and this is multiplies. This is how we get this conversion: $28 per customer acquisition cost, and things like that. 20K people every year. Conference has its circle usually 1 year or 6 months. Usually 1 year is good thing to do. Then live 2 days paid summits, conference, etc. $47 starting check, and we can run those, for example, once a year as well. Summits from conference differs because we invite really speakers with attraction and so sort of say hidden ones, and deliver super valuable content that just blows people's attention and blows their mind with how good it is and how they can use it. And also in the end, if there is an offer that just saying you can join us also with our platform, with what we does, and so on. So by that, this is the same structure as with 2 days paid events, and it just runs once in a year and gather, for example, 2K people in one room, and this is how it works. Keynote speaking. This is more about my ability and my passion actually to speak from stages. I am always open, and right now I'm going public with all my information, all my experience, etc. And I will be open for journalists, for keynote speaking spots, etc. So my PR agent just built a list already for different conferences where we can work together, and I might be invited to speak from stages. And of course, my speech will be pre-selling. If it is conferences that allow us to sell from stage, it will be done. If it will be just from PR standpoint, we'll analyze sort of say marketing advertisement value from these activities, and this as well will just multiply our traffic channels. Also, we have good experience in cold email marketing, and cold email marketing means we basically send spam but to a targeted audience, and with all legal needed things inside email, so people can unsubscribe if they don't like it, and so on. This email bases are clean, verified. They have attraction of where we get those subscribers, etc. Why we call it spam? Because people, this is basis sometimes that people not was mailed to, for example, for 6 months or something like that. But we aware that there was subscribing to different type of business opportunity offers, or to how to grow business, how to build business, etc. topics. And working with this email basis, we usually end up with $0.5 per subscriber, and conversion rates on usual ones, because funnel converts, as I already said, on a certain level. Lowest one is actually 3% dependent traffic. Highest one in funnel is 8%, and so we getting something in the middle, like 5. And things to boost conversions, I already mentioned in one of the videos. It just gives us ability to back our sales funnel with more attention, and to spread our word more effectively, and to stay in touch more effectively with our clients, to announce all our content information and all our sales information. One thing that we didn't test it yet, and we are not and we have no data about, but we see it as a perspective stream to work on as a traffic channel, is to work with creating widgets for websites like Wix, WordPress, Google, Mozilla Opera, and other plugin stores, being given ability to enter to download our plugin of Wepster to their website, mobile website, that will give them ability to actually collect, convert their visitors into their contacts. And these plugins, we're not gonna explain how it works, because it's a commercial secret at this point. Most people just not aware how to make these mechanics really easy and really effective. So up to 15% of all cold traffic that hits websites on Wix or WordPress or wherever might be converted into Webster database, into Webster client base. And with these widgets, people will be just transferred from testing it for free, seeing that there is coming, that clients coming, and without Webster they're gonna lose it, and without Webster they can't work with them automatically, and they will have inside this widgets offers to enter our sales funnel, and of course end up with buying Webster and working with us in the long term. And this is how this mechanics works, how we see it. And there is much more traffic channels we have in the list, but didn't list it here, not to overwhelm, and that these traffic channels that other ones need to be tested. We also have always a certain amount of our budget, of marketing budget. We always test new strategies and channels, just to figure out spots where we can get our put this traffic channel into driving traffic to our sales funnels, and make more sales and convert better. So this is how we work with that, and I hope you will it was interesting for you to listen how we do it, and why we focus on especially these numbers, and more important, that with all that, with exception of like this, we aware how to work with, and we have experience to work with. These numbers is based on just business that we was doing before, and in live events, in joint ventures, and so on, with affiliate programs. So hope it was interesting for you to listen to this, and talk to you later. If you will have any question, feel free to contact us, me, or Vasily, or Vlad Yakupov on Facebook, or contact information you have inside presentation, and we will be glad to answer your questions. Thank you very much for your attention.